Good morning, Bobby Lee and the kids here from Hurricane Creek Farms. Thank you for joining us, tuning back in. It's Saturday morning. We've got a bunch of stuff to do. It is nasty and wet and a little bit unseasonably cool for this time of year. But we're not gonna let that stop us from doing what needs to get done, right? Yes! They're wound up, they're excited. But anyway, we're gonna dive right in. So again, those of you that watched our last video, you know we had some nasty weather on Wednesday, including tornado warnings. Well, we made it just a little over 48 hours to Friday night, last night. Had more tornado warnings, more severe thunderstorms. This time it was a cold front apparently behind it, because I woke up early this morning, went turkey hunting for just a little while. It was about low to mid 60s. We're now in like the mid 50s, temperature's dropping. So just overcast, I think more chance of rain coming. So we gotta get a bunch of stuff done. It is muddy, muddy, muddy. But get some animals fed. I think that might be the first thing we need to do. That's what we're gonna do. All right, getting the horses fed. Let them do that.
This is gonna be fresh.
Oh, are you over who's feeding which horse? Need the horses to come on up. They're still way over there on another hillside. So they may not actually get fed. Sadie got barn swallows building a nest behind the sliding door there. That's what Sadie's interested in. There's a million places they can build a nest around here. This is not one of them. There we go. Yeah, all that hay will be packed right back in there by this tomorrow. Get some feed for the bulls. Bin is getting a little low, and two, that feed doesn't flow out of there real well. So as it gets low, we have to kind of shake on the bin to get it to come out. Oh, cool! You found a worm?
Yes.
Tiny little earthworm.
I'm holding his face.
You are. Hey, boys. Well, where Lucy is, she is usually the first one at the feed bunk. There's her calf just down the hill. It's a little unusual, just a little bit concerning. We'll go look and see if we can locate her. We'll check on the rest of the cows. All right, so we got the feeder steers fed. Other three over here, but yeah, I think we got about another 10 days being in the feeder cattle business.
But it does like people, but
the worm does like people. About, I guess 2 of them are going to the processor this coming week, and then 2 the week after. So another week and a half, and we'll be done with them. But normally, even on days when I'm going hunting or a regular week when I'm going to work, I would do all these chores beforehand. Even before daylight. But we had those tornado warnings last night, right about the time we all would have been going to bed. Look at Wormy. Kind of threw off my evening routine. I forgot to set my alarm, and so I woke up just a few minutes before I needed to be on the road. So it's only about 9 o'clock. We're getting things done now. And I still don't see Lucy. That's really weird. Really weird. And a bit concerning.
Still crawling.
I don't think the storms ended up getting bad enough here that something like that would have happened to her.
Daddy.
Yes, sir.
He made a hook.
Oh, he made a hook on his hand. Yeah. Hey, how about you put him back on the dirt somewhere, because those are good for soil health.
Well, I want him to stay with me.
Well, buddy, if he stays with you, he's not going to live, and that's not going to help him or the soil or anything.
I put him back on the dirt.
Just put him back in a good spot, and he'll grow up to be a big worm, and the circle of life will continue. It won't end with him being strangled in your hands. There's Lucy way down there. I don't know if you'll really be able to see her. I don't know what she was doing. She must have been around that ridge on the backside. I don't know what she would have been doing. Not really any grazing out there for them to speak up. They got a roll of hay here, and of course we put them feed out in the bunk right there. I don't know. She she wasn't. Usually her and the bulls all stay together. Who knows? Cows are all wanting to go through that gate over into those pastures. There's not much in the way of cool season grass in that pasture.
Daddy, look! One is out on the other one.
I know, one's over where it shouldn't be. We're gonna let them back over here, which there's not gonna be a whole lot of grazing out there, but just more in here than where they've been. Just trying to keep them content until the rest of these grasses really get going for the year. There they all start to come in here. The grass is always greener on the other side. They're eager to get back in here, even though they hadn't been out of here but for maybe 2 weeks or so. But there is some more growth. We'd love to have more pasture to rotate them around and held them out of here for another couple of weeks, but we just keep rotating them. With a lot of our forages, or our pastures being more warm season forages, we really don't get into our better grazing until a little later on in the year. But get an eye on the ones that haven't calved yet, and kind of go from there. Our man Forrest Gump, where is he? It's gonna be him, right? No. Make it be him right there. Back to us. Yeah, there he is. Number 230 right there. All right, yeah, we had one cow that had jumped into that other pasture, but I think I see her. She's already jumped back into this one, so she's always on my bad list because she has a tendency to do that. H14 right here. She's the last of our cows, our original cows that should be calving. And you know, I'd speculated that she may have lost, you know, her pregnancy at some point because everybody else already calved. She now looks like she's starting to make a little bit of a bag. I think based on our dates that the bulls were with them next weekend, so she has about a week to go ahead and calve. And I don't know, she may go ahead and do it, but still we'll have to evaluate whether or not we want to keep her for next year, because everybody else has been done calving for a couple of weeks now. They all calved like in the first 45 days or so of our calving season, and she's bringing up the rear all by herself. And then there are the 3 cows that we had bought as part of our neighbor's herd that I'm not sure when they'll calve at all. Just know that they were pregnant. Well, you better get back in here. We brought all that mineral home the other day. We never did get it unloaded yet, so we're gonna bunch this off there. We're gonna head up the road and check on the other calves. Traffic jam. What y'all think? We gonna be able to get them fed?
Yeah.
We did get a head count on all 65 in this pasture. Again, on Wednesday in that video we had let them in here, but knew all of them didn't come through. But by yesterday we did see all 65, so they are all shut just in this north end of the farm. So if they'll ever get out of the way, we'll get up here to the feed bunks and get a little feed put out for them. All right, well, let's watch out. I'm gonna undo this strip. All right, babies. I gotta get up there to get the feed. We're gonna pee, go pee on the other side. Boys will be boys. Son, see what I have to deal with.
Is it? I think it's hot.
I don't know where he learned such behavior. That is all 65 head. Count them twice, got 65 twice. Sometimes it gets a little tricky just because they're shuffling and moving around, but good deal. That's what we wanted. Willis has got orange head to toe, including the gloves, so we are big Vol fans. You can see how muddy it is. I think there's another chance of rain this afternoon, another chance of rain tomorrow. So it's the mud's not going to get dry neither. I know I mentioned in the last video about LH Farms YouTube channel. Check them out. They are that's my cousin, but both my dad, my uncle, all the row crop guys are just chomping at the bit, wanting to get going, get planting corn, even getting some early soybeans planted. Fast forward today now. It is Easter Sunday, so happy Easter to everyone. He is risen. We had already had our church service today. We do a sunrise service, which with the weather, not much of a sunrise today. Just overcast, nasty. Just even cooler today than it was yesterday, but still a great day. Most important day of the Christian year. But we can get some hay put out for the bulls. We need to get cows checked everywhere. We did some early morning chores before we went to church, but you know, our daytime chores done now, our daylight chores. And as you may can guess by my attire, if rain will hold off since we get done with chores, we may try to do a little turkey hunt, but get some hay for these bulls right now. Give you another idea of kind of how cool it is with temperatures in the low to mid 50s and the wind blowing. All the calves are even wanting to cuddle up and say, yeah. So this is it's just not brutally cold by any means, just an uncomfortable day. But we'll ride around, be sure everything looks good over here. There's our last one. We're waiting on the calf. Mama, will you stand up so we can take a look at you? So she gets look. She is making a little bit of a bag, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say she is gonna calve. She's just gonna calve. She must have been bred like on the last day the bull was with them, which is fine. I would rather her calve a little earlier in the calving season. Like we want them all to calve as early on as we can, but not too big of a deal. It'll be up to her to get bred back to see if she hangs around for another year. But yeah, we'll be watching for that over the next few days. Got all the feed loaded up to head to the other farm, check on the steers, and potentially turkey hunt again. But rain just won't go away. Radar does show this should be a pretty brief little shower, but it's just a nasty day. I have half a mind of checking them and come back and taking a nap like the rest of my family, but I don't know. I really would like to get on turkey if I could. Well, we got just a few of them that have come up to feed. Got a few more straggling around here. There's several on over on that next ridge that I can see. But we know they are all in this pasture. It's just not a pleasant day for us to be out here messing around. Not a real pleasant day, you know, for them to want to be up and on their feet and grazing. At least not at the moment. So, not a big deal. We're not gonna fret too much over not having them all come up here. These that did are gonna get a little more to eat. But that may just about wrap it up for this video. We are going to be done with chores for the day. Like if it's raining like this, say for the day, we will have our evening chores. Kind of our big weekend check on thing chores over with, but gonna maybe head back towards the house now. So it's, my day's all kind of out of whack. About 11:15. We had, like I said, we had church early this morning. I had a big breakfast, potluck style. So probably won't even eat lunch. I'll have dinner tonight. So yeah, I may go home, try to catch a little bit of a nap. Kind of well rested, ready to go attack the week starting tomorrow. Appreciate y'all watching. Again, remind you to check out LH Farms YouTube. Check out the Talk Dirt to Me podcast. Yeah, I feel for those guys row cropping. Yeah, I don't know when he'll have any planting content to show you guys, because right now I don't know when they'll ever get dry enough to where they can get in the field. It will eventually, and then it'll probably get too dry and we'll be complaining about that. But yeah, need it to warm up, need it to dry up just a little bit. But anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Happy Easter. He is risen. And y'all eat beef and God bless.